Nestled deep within the dense, fog-laden woods of northern Maine, Blackwood Manor stood as a relic of a bygone era. The mansion, with its Gothic architecture and towering spires, had long been abandoned, its windows boarded up and its gardens overrun with wild brambles. Yet, it wasn't the eerie appearance that kept the locals away. It was the chilling tales of the unsolved murders that had taken place within its walls. In the fall of 1973, the manor was home to the Blackwood family, a wealthy, reclusive clan. One crisp October evening, a blood-curdling scream echoed through the night, shattering the silence of the secluded forest. By morning, the entire family had been found brutally murdered, their bodies arranged in a grotesque tableau in the grand dining hall. The local sheriff, a grizzled man named Hank Larson, led the investigation, but despite his best efforts, the case went cold. No fingerprints, no murder weapon, no signs of forced entry, only the lingering scent of fear. Decades passed, and the manor remained untouched, a monument to mystery and death. That is until June 2, 2023, when a group of urban explorers decided to document the mansion for the popular YouTube channel, Haunted Histories. The team consisted of Sarah, the fearless leader, Jake, the tech-savvy cameraman, Emily, the skeptic, and Tom, the history buff. They were determined to uncover the truth behind the legend of Blackwood Manor. As they approached the manor, the air grew colder, and an unsettling silence enveloped them. The door creaked open with a reluctant groan, revealing a dark, musty interior. Dust motes danced in the beams of their flashlights as they navigated the labyrinthine hallways. Every step they took seemed to echo with the whispers of the past, sending shivers down their spines. In the grand dining hall, they found the long-abandoned table, still set as if waiting for a feast. The atmosphere was suffocating, and an unshakable sense of dread settled over the group. Sarah, determined to press on, suggested they split up to cover more ground. Reluctantly, the others agreed. Jake headed to the basement, where he discovered old, yellowed newspapers detailing the murders. His heart raced as he read about the Blackwoods' last meal, an extravagant banquet that ended in bloodshed. Emily, searching the upper floors, stumbled upon a dusty journal belonging to the youngest Blackwood daughter, Lily. Her entries grew increasingly frantic, detailing strange occurrences and ominous premonitions in the days leading up to the murders. Tom, exploring the library, uncovered a hidden passageway behind a bookshelf. His curiosity piqued, he ventured inside, finding a secret room filled with occult symbols and ritualistic artifacts. The realization hit him like a ton of bricks. The Blackwoods had dabbled in dark practices, possibly summoning something malevolent. Meanwhile, Sarah remained in the dining hall, her eyes drawn to the large, ornate mirror that dominated one wall. As she gazed into it, she saw not her reflection, but a vision of the night of the murders. The family sat in eerie silence, their faces twisted in terror. Suddenly, a shadowy figure emerged from the darkness, wielding a gleaming knife. Sarah's scream shattered the vision, and she stumbled back, her heart pounding. Regrouping in the hall, the team shared their discoveries, piecing together the horrifying truth. The Blackwoods had summoned a malevolent entity, and it had turned on them, leaving no trace of its presence. The realization that the entity might still be lurking within the manor sent a wave of panic through them. Desperate to escape, they made their way to the exit, but the path seemed to shift and change, trapping them in a nightmarish maze. The temperature dropped further, and the oppressive silence was broken by faint whispers and ghostly apparitions. Fear gripped them as they realized they might never leave. In a final, desperate attempt, Sarah smashed the mirror in the dining hall, hoping to break the entity's hold. The glass shattered, releasing a deafening wail that reverberated through the manor. The ground trembled, and the walls seemed to close in. Just as they thought they would be consumed by the darkness, the front door burst open, flooding the hall with blinding light. Stumbling outside, they gasped for air, the oppressive weight lifted from their chests. Behind them, Blackwood Manor stood silent and still, its secrets buried once more. The team vowed never to speak of that night, but the experience left an indelible mark on their souls. To this day, Blackwood Manor remains a place of fear and fascination, its dark history waiting to ensnare the next unwary visitor. And as the fog rolls in each night, the whispers